Hey girlies, it's Tammy. I'm back at you with a new video today. I'm sorry if I sound like a bit sick. I am sick. I've got like a blocked nose, sore throat, everything. Yeah, so anyways, I brought these brushes from eBay for £12 something. There's 10 brushes. They came like this but in like a plastic bag. I see everyone using these brushes, so I was curious. So for £12 I can afford to be curious and just see how it works. So I'm so sick. So I'm gonna go through and try do my full face. Obviously for things that I think I cannot use these for, like I prefer to use a big fluffy brush for powder, whereas these are quite densely packed. If you can see, they've got a lot of bristles, so I would use like a powder brush for that. But for foundation, for concealer, for contouring, we shall see how it performs. What is this? So first I'm going to colour correct with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm just going to place this on the dark spots on my face. And to blend it in, I'm going to use, I think this is the smallest concealer brush. None of them have names because it is an affordable, you know, no brand type of brush. So we shall see. I don't know how you're meant to use this, whether you're meant to dab or slide. I have no idea. They didn't come with instructions. So I'm just winging it type of thing. So far, not bad. The concealer seems a lot drier than usual, like, because usually I blend this out with a beauty blender. And it's really like smooth and moving about, but it's a lot drier now that I'm using this. But it's doing the job. So far I haven't got a bad thing to say about it. It blended out the concealer, did the job. So now we're gonna try foundation. I always apply the foundation to my face first, so I never put it like on the brush. So I'm just gonna do that because that's what I'm used to. What I can see initially is there is like 2 or 3 hairs that are extra long, so you might need to just cut that. But there's literally like 2 hairs right here. I'm just gonna cut them down to size. As soon as I said let's go, the camera cut off recording, so yeah, let's go. This definitely feels weird. I think to get in those little areas, I'm gonna use my beauty sponge just because I prefer the way it blends, you know, into my hairline. I feel like it's taking longer than I usually take, and it doesn't even look that flawless. Like I would definitely have to go over it with a beauty blender anyway, just to make it, you know, how I like my foundation to look. It's not bad, but I would have definitely got more coverage when I use my beauty blender. I'm not noticing any spots that have been left out, but the coverage is definitely not how it would be if I use my beauty blender. I don't know. The coverage isn't there and the brush strokes are everywhere. So I'm just going in with my beauty blender, try and make it, you know, decent. So now I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is a brand new one. So this is the brush I use for the orange concealer, and then this is the one I'm going to use for my under eye concealer. Just a tiny bit bigger. I don't know what to do because I usually like to pat my concealer so that the coverage stays. But with this you're meant to...
could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in.
That was not bad, and it doesn't look bad either, so that was not bad. Between the tapping and the swiping, you should get some coverage and some results. Right now, me personally, it just seems like a lot of work, and you know, doing makeup is meant to be fun, and this just feels like too much work, and you're not even getting great results. If it was like loads of work but you came out like 100% more flawless, then you know, it might be worth it, but I feel like I could have done a better job with just normal brushes. I'm gonna take my Kevyn Aqua and Sensual Skin Enhancer like I always do. I'm gonna just take a dab. I feel like it's dragging all of the concealer away from my face, but it's not terrible. I just don't see how people have this as their favorite, you know, brushes and use it in every tutorial. I'm just like, this is not hard work, but it's a lot more work than a beauty blender, you know? So I'm gonna use that little long thin brush to contour, and I'm going to take obviously the dark shade here. Now that cut it. That cut my cheeks so... Woo, cut it, cut it, cut it. And I'm going to do my nose as well. Ooh. It might be too much, but it's not bad. I'm gagging for my beauty blender because I know it would just blend this out so nicely, but gotta work with what you got, eh? I'm just gonna cut out my double chin. I'm gonna take that same concealer brush that I was using for under my eyes, just wipe it off a bit. You get used to kind of the technique really fast. Like, I thought this would be super hard, but it's not that hard, but it just doesn't give the best results. And you know, the price, I don't know, maybe the more you pay for the actual big brushes, the Artis actual brushes, they might actually work. Well, these work, but they're just so unnecessary. That's the word, unnecessary. Like, who's got time for all of this? Like, when you could just with the beauty blender and go on your way. Blending challenge. This is what this is. The blending challenge. Can you blend with toothbrushes? That's not that bad. Like, I might use this on an everyday basis, but I would definitely go back in with my concealer brush. I mean, my beauty blender. I think I put too much product. But you see, like, here, you can see, like, where the concealer stops, where the contour begins. It's just not blended. I'm going to take my foundation brush again and try smooth it out. Maybe it'll blend together. It doesn't look bad. I keep saying this, it doesn't look like terrible, but it's not what I'm used to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Ben Nye banana powder and set my under eyes. I'm just gonna use my beauty blender for this part so I don't come out looking like a complete fool. So I'm just gonna set the rest of my face with my MAC mineralized finish in dark, and I'm gonna use this brush, my big fluffy powder brush. You could never do this with that brush, you know, sweep powder gently over your face. I'm gonna take the NYX Tame and Frame brow pomade and the smallest thin brush there is and see how this goes. That was the easiest brow I've ever done in my life. I think I found my new best friend. Okay, that eyebrow went left, but we're gonna fix it with concealer. So because I don't have a suitable brush, I'm just gonna use my Sigma F70 to put concealer under my brows. Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened to this brow. It's like not cooperating today. It's on its own thing. It's like living life. Now the hilarious part of this video is gonna be to try watch me apply eyeshadow with this. I'm gonna go in for something simple, soft. So I'm just gonna use this, mix these two browns. I think these brushes would be perfect for precision, like if you're doing a cut crease. But for blending, I'm already not feeling it. It's like, it's getting stuck on my skin and dragging my skin left, right, center. But we shall see how it turns out. I actually don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to blend this or... And then for my lid, I'm gonna take this gold shade from my Morphe palette. I made this palette. It's I bought the palette and then I bought each eyeshadow as single eyeshadows separately. So yeah, I'm gonna take this gold and put it on my lid. Not bad. I just would have used a different brush for the crease. But my overall thoughts I will give you at the end, but right now I just feel like it's so unnecessary. I think I used this to blend out my nose contour, so I'm just going to rub off what's on it and dip into my gel eyeliner. Okay, first of all, I cannot even get into the tiny little pot. Okay, so now my brush is coated in the black gel liner. I'm just going to wing it. It is really not precise, but it would be good for like smoky, oh gosh, smoky wing liners. It's not terrible, it's just not what I'm used to, you know. I could probably walk out the house like this and people would say, oh, your makeup's nice, you know, but in my head, I know this is not my full form. This is not what I'm capable of, you know. And it's all because of the tools that I used. So I'm going to use my City Colour B Matte Bronzer in Chocolate Truffle just to contour. I'm going to use my blush brush and just slide that on the sides. So now I'm gonna dust off this brush and I'm gonna highlight with the smaller brush, this one. I'm gonna take MAC Oh Darling and just whirl it around in there. My nose, oh snap. Bit of there, bit there. Okay, well it does pick up a lot of product, so bear that in mind. Cupid's bow. And now my cheeks. These brushes are terrible at blending, terrible. It's like you can apply product, but then when it's like blending out, it's like, what do you do? Like I'm buttering toast or something. Today I'm gonna dip into the e.l.f. blush palette in dark, yeah. And I'm gonna take this one at the top right. I'm gonna pat it in there. Is this life? Is this life? Okay, so I'm just gonna pat it on. It's already way too much product. Picked up way too much product and only dabbed it in like 2-3 times. So yeah, now I'm looking like a blushed clown. So I'm just gonna bung some lipstick on and then I'll come back at you with my review. Okay, so I have a review for you, or my first impressions of these brushes. Not every brush is necessary, that is definitely for sure. The foundation brush, if you feel like you want to try it, you can buy it singular by itself, but the whole set is kind of just, the only word that pops into my head when I think about it is unnecessary. There's so much more easier ways that you can get your makeup on, you know, beauty blender, normal brushes. I have these brushes that I got from eBay. They sell them for like £5, £6 for a pack of 10. So you get 5 of these big brushes, 5 of these brushes. And they, if you're on a budget and you know you want to try new brushes, literally guys, these are the ones to grab. These Artis dupes are just so unnecessary. That's all I can think of. There's not one of the brushes where I'm like, that is revolutionary. I'm gonna use this every day of my life. There's literally, apart from the eyebrow one, which kind of caught my eye, like, oh, maybe this might come in use. Everything else is kind of like, no. The foundation was very long to apply and wasn't flawless. Like the coverage for the amount of foundation I put on, I should be glowing and looking flawless like a goddess. Yeah, by my nose area, look at me, the teacher. By my nose area, it was hard to get the concealer to stay there. It kind of just got dragged to the side, as you saw. I kind of had to pat and then drag a bit. It was just awkward and not fun. This has been the least amount of fun I've had applying my makeup, and I don't even like the results. Eyeshadow was unnecessary. We've got blending brushes. I got about 5 blending brushes on eBay for less than £1, or it was like £1.20. So there's cheaper alternatives out there that will get your makeup done flawless. These brushes are just what's hyping right now, and everyone wants to use it, everyone wants to try it. But I've always wondered, like, why do you prefer to apply your foundation with this than a beauty blender? I'm just looking at my face like now. I feel like I've just done the boyfriend does my makeup challenge. It does not look great, but it doesn't look bad. It's not terrible. I could still leave the house like this and not be like laughed at, you know. It's not terrible. Apart from the blush, the clown blush was a joke. I don't know, because I literally just went like this. So for powders, like I said, it's probably best to use brushes like this that are loose and not so densely packed together. You know, sing a song and apply your makeup feeling good, looking good. This is not the brush. This brush will have you stressed in 2.5 seconds because it's swiping, it's sliding, it's leaving brush strokes. It's just, it's a no from me, guys. I'm sorry. I prefer to stick to my brushes. Yeah, so that is all I can say about it. I hope you enjoyed this first impressions demo review type of situation, and let me know, have you tried these brushes? Will you try these brushes? Have you thought about it? Because I was thinking about it for ages and I thought, you know what, let me just try the cheaper version, and if I like that, then maybe I'll like the more expensive version. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video, girlies. Please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.